stump me on the first question? No, I'm just kidding. My name is Alex Schneider. What else did I have to give you? I forgot. Hold on. Take two. What was I supposed to give you exactly?
5 favorite movies.
Okay. Cool. Alex Schneider. My 5 favorite movies are the Sherlock Holmes films, the ones with Robert Downey Jr. in them. Nobody. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. The Departed, and Prisoners.
Top 5 movies. The Blade Runner duology, The Wind Rises, Paprika, Your Name, Donnie Darko.
What's your name?
Brian.
I am Sarah Clark, and these are my top 5 movies and a little bit of why I like them so much. Okay, obviously Miyazaki has to be on the list. I am very partial to My Neighbor Totoro. It's whimsical, it's fun, it captures the joys and the terrors of childhood in a way that no other movie has. So My Neighbor Totoro is number 1. Another children's movie that I still really love as an adult is A Little Princess, directed by Alfonso Cuarón. It's about the power of imagination and how stories can console us. There's friendship, there's a really beautiful father-daughter bond. East meets West, it's England and India and how those cultures interact with each other. It's a great movie. It's not just for little girls. It's mostly for little girls, but I think other people can appreciate it too. Next, we've got Koreeda. He's my favorite director. He's got to be on the list here. I like all of his movies. One of his best, I would say, is Shoplifters. He's really good at capturing ordinary life, but in a really beautiful way. He had a background in documentaries. You can tell it's very focused on capturing the truth, but also presenting it in a good way. So this one, Shoplifters, it's about found family, but it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit more mysterious. Like, you're not entirely sure how much you can trust these people, but it is also still really tender and really moving, and there's a bond between these characters. Definitely recommend Shoplifters. Okay, this might be considered a TV miniseries, but I'm going to count it as a film because I really want to. There's a BBC adaptation of Jane Eyre, and it is definitely the best adaptation. I've seen several in my quest to find the best one, and it's this one. It really captures Rochester's playfulness. A lot of adaptations don't do that. It's really understand why they would fall in love with each other. He's not just moody and brooding the whole time. And then Ruth Wilson is Jane, and she nails it. She just absolutely gets that character perfectly, so that's a great adaptation, Jane Eyre. And then finally, I saved the best for last. This is my favorite movie of all time, The Red Turtle. Directed by Dudok de Witt. So it's a Studio Ghibli film, but is also made in collaboration with some French studios. It's an animated film with no dialogue. Stay with me. It's basically a Japanese fairy tale, but as a movie. It's a very simple storyline. It's very understated, but it's also still really moving. It's beautiful. I think the most beautiful shot that I've ever seen in all of film is in this movie. It just made me weep. It was so beautiful. The music is really well done as well. There's kind of a touch of strangeness to it. There's some dream sequences where you're not really sure what's going on, and some other fantastical elements. So it's mundane. It's not mundane. It's ordinary life, but it's not mundane. So it's like very simple, just things that people do, about this guy trying to survive on this island. But because of these other elements, it feels elevated in a way. It's life, but remade as art. And it's really a wonderful film, so I highly recommend it. Those are my top 5.
I say my name is Mitch, and my 5 favorite movies. It's pretty hard to do and think about, but since I'm a guy of the '80s, I guess one of my top movies that I think about all the time is Top Gun, and then I love watching then Uncle Buck, and then I also like another movie, Saving Private Ryan. And how many is that so far? I'm losing track here. So.
Saving Private Ryan, Top Gun, Uncle Buck.
Back to the Future.
4.
And then I guess one of my other favorite movies that I could probably watch over and over again is probably Ferris Bueller. So those are my 5 favorite movies.
Okay, so I think my favorite movie right now is Whiplash. Big Damien Chazelle fan. Number 2 is probably The Dark Knight. Lots of nostalgia. Basically quote the entire thing. Number 3 The Wind Rises, my favorite Studio Ghibli film. Great movie. Four's La La Land, love Damien Chazelle, as I already mentioned. And rounding out number 5, the Watchmen, the Ultimate Cut.
And what's your name?
Daniel Phelan.
So I'm Gabe. My 5 favorite movies are probably, if we're going to sum up the original trilogy into one, it'd be that one from Star Wars. Silent Voice, Megamind, Bullet Train, and It's a Wonderful Life.
My name is Malia Bates, and my top 5 favorite movies are Free Guy, The Fall Guy, Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses, Dune 2, and The Wild Robot.
My name's Peter Lane. I have 5 favorite movies. I would say first one's On the Waterfront. That's a pretty good classic. Then Gran Torino. I like that one. That's a good modern movie. Then I would say Donnie Darko. It's a pretty well written one. Pretty confusing. Gotta go with the Super Mario Bros. movie. That's a banger. And my 5th favorite movie, maybe Stagecoach. It's a pretty good Western.
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Dan Sportello. I teach philosophy here. I'm going to tell you my 5 favorite movies. Tough decision. I like Ridley Scott, and I'm going to cite Kingdom of Heaven. I think it's an underappreciated film. I'm going to cite Blade Runner, too. I think that's... Maybe I should say that, like, that's the movie that I want to be my favorite movie, even if it isn't actually. This is a low-hanging fruit, but I'm going to cite The Dark Knight. I'm going to cite The Life Aquatic, which may actually be my favorite movie by Wes Anderson. I definitely think that's Wes Anderson's best. Or at any rate, it's the movie where the protagonist resonates most acutely with me. Make of that what you will. And then maybe this is a cop-out, but I'll cite The Big Lebowski, too. Even though it's, if anything, too popular. If you're going to cite any of their movies, I think that's the one. So I hope that's a good list.
Hello, world. My name is Teague Hansen, and my top 5 movies would be Reservoir Dogs, It Chapter 1, Infinity War, Marvel, of course. Let's see, then we got Whiplash, and we've got Calvary.
I really like Raleigh too. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Alright. Hello, my name is Tobias Cowan, and my top 5 is probably WALL-E, Silence of the Lambs, Saw, War of the Worlds, and World War Z.